This is Granny Maggie Margaret Jameson from Granny Magic. As always, honoring your magic. This is basically a video for Tarot class number 7, where we covered the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a fascinating card because it really signals changes in the practical everyday life of the person you're reading for. And it's card number 10. Right away, the number 10 alerts us that changes are afoot. There's going to be some closings, some endings, and then of course, some new opportunities opening up on the horizon. It's the closing of a chapter in some area of your life. And which chapter that is will depend on the question you've asked the tarot. It will be directly related to what you're asking about. So the key words for the Wheel of Fortune is luck, life cycles, destiny, positive change, opportunity, new beginnings. It aligns with the planet Jupiter, which helps us see these are going positive opportunities and changes afoot. And Jupiter is aligned with luck, expansion, growth. In the 4 corners, you have 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, which also align with the 4 elements that compose the physical matter of our lives day to day, our world. Aquarius is air. There's Scorpio for water, Taurus for earth, and Leo for fire. And they're all holding copies of the Torah, which is the Hebrew Bible, the first 5 books of our Old Testament, if you're from a Christian faith. So the Torah is a very sacred story of the unfolding of creation in God's plan on earth. So you can see this is very much rooted in events that have practical consequences. They're not ethereal. They're not just mental or spiritual. There are going to be real changes in your material circumstance of your day-to-day life. There's going to be new opportunities on the horizon. And you will also see the letters for the name of God, the Hebrew name of God, YHVH. There is a creature down here that is sometimes called a snake-like creature. Some people equate it with the Greek god of chaos. Other people think of it as the Egyptian deity of the underworld with birth and rebirth, which makes a lot more sense to me. I looked in Waite's Pictorial Guide to the Tarot, and he didn't seem to go into these symbols very much. He just notes how they've evolved over time. But the central meaning is how cyclical life is. Things come and things go, and there's always change afoot. However, this being a 10, it's going to be some kind of major change. And it's also a major arcana card. So we pay attention when this shows up in a reading. There's also a Sphinx sitting atop the wheel, symbol of knowledge, and he's holding a sword that supposedly might be sword of justice. And in tarot, of course, swords are equated with clarity, communication, thought. Very interesting. But the idea is things are forever cycling in our lives. And when this card shows up, you need to ask yourself, what's closing for me right now? What do I need to let go of? And then you need to look for the opportunities that are being provided to you in your life around whatever your question pertained to when you did the reading. And then this card tells you you're going to have to look for the openings and the opportunities that will arise in that aspect of your life as this other chapter closes. And then you're going to need to actually take action. This is a practical card. It's an action card. You're going to need to step up and claim the opportunity that you want and make it work. So there's a little bit of value judgment in here. There's a little bit of choice usually, but you can't expect the Wheel of Fortune to drop something into your lap. It's bringing that energy of positive change and growth and expansion into your life. You need to step up in practical terms and work with that energy. There are some people that see this more as if it's a roulette wheel and that it's like gambling. But actually it's not. It's more akin to positive destiny. Being aligned with Jupiter makes it very clear this is a positive change. This is positive growth. Tarot's about the story of us positively moving forward, of things unfolding before us to bring us closer to our highest selves. So if you see a reader start interpreting this as willy-nilly or as possibly negative changes on the horizon, beware. They're misinterpreting this pocket of energy. This is a pocket of energy that this card symbolically represents. And it's a positive pocket of energy, wanting to move you forward to your destiny, to your highest self. So when this card comes up, you need to reflect on the question you asked, and then you need to look at what is closing in your life, what you need to let go of, so that you can manifest this new opportunity. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing into your life. Always reflects on the subject, the question that you asked for the reading. So highly contextual, highly earth-based, mundane, life-based, calling for action, not a gamble. You're about to get an opportunity to start a new chapter in an area of your life and move your story forward in a positive way. So I hope that helps you get a grasp of the Wheel of Fortune.